Okay, so the guy that I chose to interview is a buddy of mine. He owns about $1 million worth of stock in an aluminum company. It's a family-owned company. He super interesting guy, one of the most humble guys I know. I honestly wouldn't have known he was a millionaire unless he told me. um, so a couple of things that I had asked him is what was the most influential book or books that he had read in the last year. He had read a couple, and the ones that he read were really interesting. He told me a story about him, and I'll tell that story in a second. Yeah, he said the first one was The Chosen by Chaim Potok, Potok. And the reason it was really influential for him is because it taught him about being yourself through tough situations, about not crumbling under pressure. Talked about the importance of religious diversity and the importance of understanding people for who they are and appreciating them for that. Also, that the calling in one's life may not be determined by one's strengths. And that was really interesting to me because I'd never heard that before. Um, he explained that he's a very analytical person, very business oriented in nature, but he chose to study humanities. The reason he chose to study that was he was on his mission in France, and he really enjoyed the French culture, but he didn't really consider studying French when he came back. But he got back, and just through a series of events, he said that he decided to develop his humanity side of him, which was not one of his strengths, um, but ended up becoming a huge part of who he is now. Um, so he still has that business mindset, but he also has developed the humanity side of him. So he's rounding himself out, which I thought was really interesting, kind of cool. The other book that he read was Les Miserables, and the reason that he really loved that one is because it really taught him to not judge a person by how they look, but by what's inside, what's their character like. Um, I asked him um, what would he tell his 22-year-old self that he wish he would have known, and his response was very insightful. He's seeking to get married right now, but still just waiting on that woman. Um, he said, "Don't stress so much about marriage. You'll develop the attributes you need to be a good husband and father as you do the right things." There are experiences in life that can help you become more perceptive of the gray areas. Not everything is black and white. There is truth in the commandments and in the gospel, but at the same time, there's not just one path to follow in life. Even if things don't seem to turn out like you want, that doesn't mean that those things are a mistake. I love this informational interview because it really taught me that what I expect out of life might not necessarily be the thing that is the best for me. And so, as I really talk to more people and understand where different people have developed over time and how they got there, that will really help me to keep an open mind and be led to where I'm supposed to go. That may be where I'm thinking I'm supposed to go, and I'll always make plans and try to get to where I think I'm supposed to go. But along the way, this informational interview taught me that I should be open minded to additional opportunities.